We're talking supercars with this super guy, Mr. Aditya Patel. You are watching PowerDrift and this is our continued coverage of the Paris Motorshow. This is Motor Show updates presented to you guys by Michelin. Now, we're going to talk about another Italian brute, and this is a brand that arguably every kid had on their wall as a poster. This
Lamborghini Aventador, but this is not a Countach.
It was a Countach for you?
It was a Countach for
That
me.
just goes to show how old you are, because I had a Diablo.
You had a Diablo. I had a Diablo later. I had a Countach first.
Alright. And the one that we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen, is the Aventador SVJ. And oh my goodness. What a machine. This is one of those cars you want to spend alone time with.
Yeah. Just goes to show what a few aero bits did do.
Absolutely.
It's like some good makeup and a good dress.
So let's just jump into it. Firstly, Jesus Christ, a moment of silence. Wow.
Oh,
It's getting a little too hot in here, isn't it? Alright, can you walk us through the SVJ? What is the SVJ all about? What have they done to this car?
the huge rear diffuser, the front splitter, the bigger wings. Everything about it is just more about the aero to try and get more grip out of the car. It does put out 759 bhp from its V12 engine and also 720 Newton meters of torque, again both at very high RPM. So yeah, it is obviously, Lamborghini is obviously trying to pull the most out of it, and now by increasing its aerodynamic performance, it can pull even more out of it. Sure.
So you have the SV series, then you have the SVR, and then you have the SVJ, which is like the pinnacle of performance. Sort of maybe like what the Black series was to AMG, or the Black is no longer in production, but essentially what the Black series was, the pinnacle of Lamborghini performance.
Yeah.
So here the focus has clearly been a lot of aero bits, right?
Another thing actually, so aero bits apart, is what I also found interesting, which I didn't mention, was the rear wheels. It also turns, so the rear wheel steering does help the car corner a lot better. So not only is it the aero, it's got a little bit of cheat coming from the rear wheel steering.
Seen in Porsches before as well.
Yeah.
A couple of other brands, I think even Mercedes has that in their GT Coupe lineup. What is the advantage of rear wheel steering? How does it help?
Well, basically, like it suggests, if you're going around a right-hand bend, if only your front wheels are steering, there's only so much your car can rotate. But if your rear wheels are steering as well, your car can rotate faster and better, helping you get around, say, hairpin bends better, tighter corners better, not just at high speeds, but slower. Say you want to take a U-turn. You'd imagine that on some cars, because of their turning radius, it's probably not good, but just imagine if your rear wheels turn as well. We're not talking the same amount. It probably just turns by a millimeter, maybe 2 millimeters out.
That's it.
That's about it. You don't really need much. And then that'll rotate the car. You can't imagine it being going in the rear wheels. Yeah, it's just very, very minute, but just enough to help the car rotate.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But all of this has added up because, like the color, they took it to the green hell.
To the green hell.
And what was the time it posted?
6 minutes and 44 seconds, which is very, very fast.
That is
faster than
insanely
what everyone thought was ridiculously quick from the Porsche 911 GT2, and this went even faster. The guys who do their test drives around the Nordschleife, most of the guys are GT3 or GT car drivers. Now, me being involved in also racing GT cars, I have the opportunity to race against a lot of them, and it does open our eyes to the kind of experience there is out there. You're not calling a Formula 1 driver to do it around the Nordschleife because he will never be quick enough.
Why is that?
For the Nordschleife, you need drivers who have been driving there almost all their lives, who have been literally born there, grown up there. It's the only way you can be fast. You'd have like sorry?
Sabine Schmidt.
Sabine Schmidt, exactly. That's her speciality.
She grew up in the village.
Exactly, and there are guys from Italy, there are guys from around the area who are super quick on the Nordschleife and untouchable.
That is insane. So you've driven on the Nordschleife a bunch of times in a bunch of different cars, super jealous. But realistically, it takes you maybe 20 laps, 30 laps to get acclimated to a regular track, right? Or maybe learn the tricks of the trade. And if you're really smart like you, maybe 10 laps or less.
If you're a race driver, it's going to take you 6 laps or 5 laps. If you take more than that, then you're not really a race driver.
And the kind of focus you need, because it's so unforgiving as well. It's not smooth in places. And
yeah, there's a lot of elevation change. It's 1,000 feet between the highest point and the lowest point.
That is insane.
So there is a lot of elevation change. I did feel car sick in one of the races. So
you felt car sick in one of the races.
Yeah.
A professional racing car driver. That is nuts.
It is pretty tough. So yeah, any car around the Nordschleife needs to be really, really tough, needs to be very, very reliable, and same goes for the drivers.
And that's exactly what the Aventador SVJ has done.
It's proven to be.
And one final look at it. Yeah, that's I know what I'm going to be looking at when I go back home tonight. With that, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think of the Aventador SVJ? The pinnacle of performance of the legendary Aventador. More focused aero to bring out the best of the car, to do a sub 7 minute, 6 minute, 45 second lap around the Nurburgring. Let us know in the comment section below. My name is Glenn, this is Aditya Patel. A lot more cars coming your way from the Paris Motorshow. Stay tuned.